Bitcoin is crashing. Should you be worried? Is this the end? Is this where things are going to go all the way down to, new all-time lows? Let's take a look at it right now because I think everybody is freaking out and dumping their crypto when realistically they should be buying. That's what I'm doing, but let me show you what's going on. All right, so let's take a look at this article from the Bitcoinist as to the 3 reasons that we're starting to see this Bitcoin dump that we're seeing. I'm so used to this stuff, it's not even funny. But you have to understand when it's a real dump and when it's actually just a retracement, because you can lose out on a lot of money. So the first one is massive Bitcoin profit taking. And this is huge, all right? Bitcoin basically tapped $100,000 resistance level. And that's a very, very deep psychological resistance level. A lot of people are setting sells and take profit at that point. I had people telling me, once it cracks 100,000, I'm selling. Well, that's a lot of people were front running you on that, right? So it got very close to it, but didn't hit it. And now it's retraced, all right? So if you were selling it like that on shorter time frames, then yeah, you could have done really well, but chances are you didn't catch it exactly. So that's why I like going longer time frames, because if you take a look at some of the charts that I'm going to show you here, Bitcoin actually has probably a lot more room to run up. And again, I'm going to show you some past stuff here, okay? There was also a long liquidation event. So when liquidations occur, meaning there was a whole bunch of people betting that Bitcoin was going to go way higher, and they used leverage, they used other people's money in order to do that, they ended up getting liquidated. And when those liquidations occur, it compounds the selling effect. So you just feel it super, super intensely. Now, this really isn't that big of an intense dump, all right? And I'm going to show you here what a real intense dump looks like, all right? This is a little baby dump compared to the things that we've been seeing before in the past. And then we've been seeing these Coinbase premiums disappear, all right? So I guess there was a premium for buying up BTC on Coinbase, and now that incentive is looking much, much less. And it shows that, like, Michael Saylor, you can see right here, Michael Saylor basically single-handedly held up the Bitcoin market over the weekend by buying $5.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I'm going to do a video on MicroStrategy because I think it would be really good content for everybody to understand as to like what they're doing and how they're kind of making this like infinite money loop. It's pretty smart. I'm not going to lie. But this is Bitcoin's not going anywhere, guys and gals. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. In fact, you can take a look. The Moon Show posted here on Twitter that the spot ETFs are buying almost everything what long-term hodlers sell as BTC gets closer to 100,000. So, again, I'm going to show you a chart here in a little bit where we're going to be able to go in and check out exactly what's going on in the past that reflects today with Bitcoin. All right. And this is just a natural ebb and flow, but this is showing that there is no signs of Bitcoin, stopping at 100K. And, we've hit these psychological levels before in the past. Before it was 20K, before it was 74K. And there's been other psychological levels before in the past. So there are $50,000 was a psychological level at one point in time. $25,000 was a psychological level. So we hit them, we bounce down, we retrace, and then we keep moving forward. So you definitely don't want to be, dumping your bags, in my opinion, right now. So let's talk a little bit about some of the leverage trades that I have going on. I actually have more leverage trades going on in different wallets, but these are 2 of my most profitable ones right now. So we've got FXS right here that I've got on a 6x long, and we've got SUI on a 3x long. And I got everybody, I've been telling everybody to get into SUI at $1.46. We're now at $3.38. And, we're moving back up. Earlier this morning, I was, down to almost 200%. So I'm up 35% just in, an hour or less, to be quite honest. FXS was down as well. Again, everybody, the market does not go up in a straight line. Please understand that these things happen, that these retracements happen in any market. The only difference is that in crypto, we feel it a heck of a lot more because there's just a lot more volatility, okay? Now, there's gonna be a time where you can really sell out a whole bunch of your crypto, unless you're like on an algorithm like we've got a really good algorithm that we've got coming out that's going to be able to trade, up, down, and sideways markets. And it's looking really killer. But if you're going for these high reward types cryptos, you really need to understand how to scale in and how to scale out. And, we've got a Black Friday special going on right now. It's $4.99 for 6 months to get into our course. And, we got all sorts of things. We're going to teach you how to leverage trade. We're going to teach you how to yield farm. We're going to teach you how to be your own bank, which a lot of people, they think they buy on Binance or they buy on Coinbase or Bybit, and they think that they're actually in crypto. You might be trading crypto, but you're not actually in crypto. And so the way you get into crypto is by being your own bank, by having a hard wallet, by setting up the right antivirus to protect your gains. And so we got a great Black Friday special. Our community is second to none. It also gives you access to our managed vault, which is where we actually manage people's money. So on the blockchain, by the way, without you losing any custody. But head over to the link down below, and we're going to show you all this stuff. Again, the community is great. You can rewatch any of the courses that we've put out, any of the lessons, all sorts of great things that you can start doing right away. Okay, let's go back here to the chart back to 2021. Now, we can see here, this is really a breakout level when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, which was at about $19,700. All right. This is a trade that we would have taken because we see that, it hit its lows. It really ranged out for a long time. And then it came up and broke out here. And so we saw Bitcoin go up, several percentage points, almost double, like it's done recently. And then we hit this threshold right here of $40,000. And what happened? We retraced, and this is in January, okay? So it went from December, which is right here, to January 25th, all right? So a month and a few days, and we retraced 30%, almost 31% right here until we launched right back up, and then we retraced again, and we launched right back up, and then we retraced again, and then we launched right back up and retraced again. But see, what I'm looking for is it breaking this blue line? Okay, if it's not breaking this blue line, I'm still staying in, all right? It's not the time to sell. And this is the whole point of the momentum indicator. You want to be in this and following it because we're not waiting for the chop. This indicator is not made for chop. We have other strategies for chop, okay? This indicator is made for up and to keep you really in the trade so you don't get faked out. Now, here is the time you're getting out. All right, here's the time where you're getting out and you pull the ripcord and that's it. Okay, the game is done. The fun is done. All right, here's where you really get out. You could have probably even gotten out here, okay, and you would have saved yourself actually a lot of a few percentage points, okay? But this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this upward momentum and then to preserve our profits, okay? But the retracements are gonna happen. Let's take a look at, this retracement from here all the way down to this candle right here, 27% retracement, okay? Let's take a look at the other one. This one doesn't look quite as intense, but 18% retracement. So you're going to get whipped around in a volatile asset such as Bitcoin. Now, let's take a look at where we're at right now. You know, we didn't have ETFs before. We didn't have all the good news, a positive US administration. Guys, gals, with Bitcoin, we're only down 5.7%. That's nothing, all right? That's absolutely nothing. So in my opinion, everybody needs to just calm down. Remember, the altcoins are going to move much faster, okay? If you take a look at, like, you know, even Sui's making a big comeback, big comeback. Now, is this the time that I'm going to be getting into Sui? No way. This deviation from the blue line is way too far out, all right? I was placing trades, you know, like if it was maybe closer to this line, I would think about going in very little, but the optimal time is about right here, okay, to have gotten in. Or you could have gotten in here too. Like I got in at about 140 something, 146, I think. Okay, but we were still really early in this, okay? But I'm definitely not getting in right now. I'm gonna wait for this one to cool down, or if I'm holding on to it, I'm just gonna hold it, okay? I'm not gonna throw more leverage on it. No way, you're gonna get wrecked, all right? So you have to be conservative with this. Let this thing ride up. If you didn't get into it, that's fine. There's other cryptos that you could have gotten into, like which one? FXS. Look at this one, still very close to the line, still hasn't broken out, and this is on the 1 day. If you take a look at the 3 day, still very close to the line. And if you take a look at the weekly, we just broke out. We just broke out right here. So we're right at around where the breakout was here on the weekly. So, you know, there's a lot of cryptos right now that you've got a lot of opportunities on, but watch out for the ones, again, that have this sort of pump already happen, because you may FOMO into it and get completely annihilated, all right? So this is some words, some OG words of wisdom, okay? Don't freak out. This is not the time to be selling your bags. This is the time to be hodling, because there is still a lot more meat left on this bone, or if you're vegan, left on this avocado. All right, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.